is Walt. It's time to discover Saipan. These are 5 more things I wish I had known before coming to Saipan. So when I go over my statistics of the YouTube channel, one of the top performing videos is 5 things I wish I knew before moving to Saipan. Now, typically, when someone reads a title like that, it implies that the things are negative, that there are things that if they had only known before they made the decision, that they may not have made that same decision. All right. However, in my case, because my experience has been overwhelmingly positive, I don't have many of those, nor do I think that way. I don't think in that way in terms of regrets. I tend to adapt. As I said, I have my non-negotiables. I knew what I was looking to escape and looking for based on what my friend Ken had told me about Saipan before I moved here. So anything else that I encountered, I just roll with it. I just adapt and move forward, because there have been no deal breakers that have presented themselves to me since being here. So that's one thing that I'll say. But speaking with other people, I will offer 5 things that I wish I knew before, that other people wish they knew before coming, as well as some of my own. So, number 1, I mentioned that there's no mail delivery here. And again, it's just a part of life. I understand it's that way also in certain places. I think Alaska and certain small towns in the Midwest U.S. as well, where there's no at-home mail delivery. So if you want your mail, let's say you order something from Amazon, you track it and you get notified that the item is ready for pickup. You go to the post office. You submit, you get your little yellow card, you submit it to the desk, and they go in the back and get your delivery. So there's no at-home mail delivery. I haven't really run into anyone who has said that's an issue. It's just a fact of life. It's just the way things are. That's just what you do. And in fact, people are glad that it's that way, in the sense that one of the jokes I heard is that if you ever want to socialize and meet everyone on the island, just hang out at the post office for long enough and eventually you'll meet everyone who's here. So no mail delivery is an item. I remember one fellow, though, in a live stream mentioning that when I mentioned that there's no mail delivery, he said that that's something he won't tell his wife because he didn't want to discourage her from deciding to come here. So some people might think it's a deal breaker. I don't think that it is, and many people I've spoken to don't think that it is as well. All right. Number 2, you cannot, people who are not of Northern Marianas descent cannot purchase property here on Saipan. For some people, that could be a deal breaker. For me, it is not. For some people, being able to lease it for 55 years is adequate. For some people, it's not. So that's something that I did not know before I came here. But again, not an issue. You can lease it and extend the lease, but right, you cannot pass the land on to your heirs unless you are of Northern Marianas descent. And if you might be thinking, if you were to marry someone of Northern Marianas descent, then yes, they could purchase property, and they could pass it on to their children, because their children, or your children, because those children would be of Northern Marianas descent by virtue of having a father or a mother who is NMD, but you yourself could not own the property. So that's something. The other things that I wish I had known before coming to Saipan are of a different nature. They are not negatives in any way. They're actually positives. And one of them is that it's part of the U.S. for immigration purposes. So if you are a green card holder, then you know that you are required to maintain your residence and maintain a presence in the United States in order to fulfill the requirements of your permanent resident status. All right. If you leave for too long, 6 months, a year or more, you have to apply for a re-entry permit. And then as a permanent resident, if it is determined that you've spent too much time outside of the U.S., then it is possible that the border agent at that time could call the validity of your green card into question. So they could say, it looks like you've actually been living in China or living in Thailand or living in the Philippines, and you are not adhering to the requirements of the permanent resident status, and you could lose your resident status. So one of the things I did not know, or if I had known that that Saipan was part of the U.S. for immigration purposes, then I would have moved here much sooner. But I didn't learn about the island until years into my escape from corporate America. So that's number 3. Number 4, garment factories. Now, it's an odd thing, but when I first came here, and if you moved here before January of 2009, you would have experienced an island that had as many at one time as 36 garment factories, where we had girls from China, primarily Thailand, Vietnam, and Philippines, other Pacific Islands, working in the garment factories. And for single guys coming to the island at the time, it was heaven on earth. It was one of those places where guys flocked to in order to meet their future partners, and that happened a lot. Many guys came here and they met the love of their lives. Some, or so they thought, but they went on to have kids and move on. And so that story happens a lot here, or happened a lot here on the island. So if I had known that the garment factories existed on Saipan, I would have moved here much sooner. So that's one. And then finally, if I had known that life could be this stress-free, I would have moved here sooner. So what do I mean? As we talked about in this live stream, the way that the police force interacts with people, the way that individuals interact with other people. My guests have all commented how friendly the guests are, the locals are. One thing I was thinking about the other day is how easy it is for me to inspect, register, and renew my license. I can do everything within about half an hour. And I did time myself, being that sort of person. And it was a very quick thing. From the day morning I got up, I went out, got the car inspected in a few minutes, then went to the registration, handed it in, filled out the, paid the fee, and got the registration by in a few minutes afterwards. So if I had known that the lifestyle was as, and I've also lived in New York, so I know what going to the Department of Motor Vehicles in New York City on Jamaica Avenue in Queens can be like. So if I'd known that life could be that stress-free, I would have moved here sooner.
Subscribe.
You know what I'm saying?